Today we're going to create a portfolio for my freelancing business using AI and Lovable specifically. We're also going to take help from ChatGPT to write some of the copy, as well as give us different ideas for brand colors, fonts, and all of that. But we're going to go to Lovable first. And for those of you who don't know, Lovable in 10 seconds is just an AI prompt creation tool. So it can create softwares, apps, it can create landing pages, it can create a lot of stuff that we used to do manually. It can now create with AI. And I am mostly using it for different tools and apps, but sometimes I like to play around with landing pages and websites and see what it looks like. But I'm also a funnel builder. So this is my portfolio now. Built hundreds of sales funnels for some of the biggest clients in the world. And I want to see if Lovable can build a similar portfolio within or under 10 minutes. So that's the challenge, the goal for Lovable. So I'm gonna say, create a portfolio for my funnel building business and use a light blue modern theme. My current portfolio is at, and then I'll drag in this link or copy paste it and say, but I want you to redesign it. Use my image. I'm gonna go to another page that I have. You could also just upload like a screenshot, a profile picture from your Facebook or something. So I'm gonna actually, let me see if I can just copy this in here. There we go. Use my image in the in the hero section. Write all the copy using direct response copy and make it super modern. And then we can change it from there. So the first prompt is just to give it like a first draft or first prompt to understand what we're looking for. And then we're gonna wait for Lovable to design it and code it. In a future video, I'll do comparison between Lovable and Bolt, or Lovable versus Replit, and all these other AI tools. But for now, because Lovable is the one that I use most myself, that's the one that we're gonna use. And let's see, I'm excited to build your modern funnel business portfolio with a light blue theme. Sleek SaaS website. Yep. For this redesign, I'll draw inspiration from cutting edge marketing agency sites that use clean lines. Perfect. I can also go to Dribble. Let me add in Dribble here. And I can go blue portfolio, web design, and try to find an example that we can add to Lovable, because I like adding, actually if we just do agency portfolio website, we can draw inspiration from multiple ones. Here's the thing with Lovable, it can't do super crazy designs yet. I do like this if we just want to keep it simple. So we'll see what it does, and then I'll add it in here. So I can just copy it in here already. I can also, after we get the first version, I can just click edit and click the button. And so now it says edit this element, and I give a prompt like change the color to orange or green or whatever. So we have design aesthetics, we have primary color palette and everything. I can copy this into ChatGPT, and I can also say, hey, I'm designing a portfolio in Lovable. Here's the overall idea. And then, oops, I was gonna say, give me a font combination or something. Let's see first here, because I can also just say in Lovable, I can say, create a different font combination using more like serif instead of this one, because I think it's gonna use more kind of like this font for now. I think the future, we're not there yet, but the future will be at this level where you can say like, here's the background that I want to use. It's just a matter of training. So all the time that we're using Lovable gets better and better and better. And so I think if we can learn how to contextualize as much as possible in the prompt and give it better instructions, we'll be able to get better output. Writing testimonials. So the prompt for the next will be, now improve the branding to be 10 times more modern and professional, from the font to the color and the background images. Use the screenshot for inspo. I'm gonna wait for the tool. Okay, it's writing the call to action. You can also see if you go to, well, we'll have to wait for, because it's still writing the code, but you'll be able to see, yeah, there we go. All of this. If you're doing something more complicated like an app or a software, then you can first ask it to create a business or development plan with a project checklist. And then it'll first do all of that. So that way you can organize the front end and the back end, meaning the website or the landing page, and then all the back end. Because if you create something more complicated, you're going to use something like Supabase to build your database of customers, projects, all of that. Make sure you subscribe for more videos about AI, about business, making money, and all that. Also happy to do more tutorials. I'm not an expert per se. I'm very obsessed with marketing and business and sales and AI. So let's see, writing contact form, which we're not gonna need. We don't use contact forms on sites. We use sales funnel processes instead. Let's see if we have any other as we're waiting for. Actually, I like this too. What if we copy this over and we say, so we're gonna copy this and we'll say, use the screenshots, the 2 screenshots instead of screenshot, for inspo, and make the stronger blue as the main contrast color, because in design you want to have one main color, one secondary, and then a contrast color. There we go. I think this is Montserrat. I don't like Montserrat. It's not bad though. As a first draft, it's not bad. I don't like the logo and everything either. So let's go back. Use 2 screenshots for inspo. Let's see what it does when we add those 2. Let's look at the copy as well, because design wise, I kind of like how simple it looks. If you just want something very like quickly get started, we can also add in like, hey, create a different page. So it'll create, this is the home page. It'll create a different page for, you know, if you want to buy a sales conversion funnel starter kit, a digital product, we can just prompt it to create that page as well. E-commerce, digital course, SaaS. So obviously we'd want to go in and change a couple things here and there. Here's what we can do as well. Give me a better navy blue to gradient blue color palette with the glowy gradient blue as the contrast button color. Give me better navy blue to gradient blue color palette. Deep navy, yep. Wrap it into a prompt for Lovable for me. So I'm asking it, you know, to give it in a simple prompt that I can just copy paste. Prompt. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Enter Satoshi Poppins. Maybe man rope. Make the font man rope instead. Here's a bit of Lovable design prompt with man rope as the primary font. Dude, what if we could add a feature here where I could just copy paste in a URL that says study this first. So let me show you what I mean. This is where Lovable comes in, where it's like so handy. So I'm gonna say, create a new page, and that will be the URL importer, or kind of like a scraper, where I paste in, well, I could also do that here. I've created a URL tool. So while this is working, let me go back and show you. Go to dashboard. So I created a scraping tool that allows you to add in, if we take this page, I can copy paste this and it'll extract the text from it. And then I can download it, or I can turn text into template. And I've added it so they can rewrite it as well. And then I can just download this and go to ChatGPT and paste it in here and say like, you rewrite the copy, right? So I can go to any page, any funnel, home page, website that I like, and I can use that as inspiration. Obviously never steal anything, but let's see. We're gonna copy this. There we go. So yeah, that's a great tool for just saving a lot of time overall. Writing testimonials. We're gonna wait for this. You can see I'm sharing a lot of things, and maybe it's overwhelming sometimes, but hopefully it's more inspiring to see what's possible, right? Because we're so stuck sometimes in just being busy doing what's already worked that we forget to think what's gonna happen to the marketplace in 3 years from now, and how can we be ahead of the curve? How can we get there when people are getting there? We're already there. We've been there for 2 years already, and so we want to be the front runners. That's why I talk about the freedom fast lane, because you want to be a fast laner. How do you get there faster? How do you use tools that shorten the time? How do you find the shortcuts because of AI? The shortcuts that will automate a lot of the stuff that you're doing manually. Another topic that we'll talk more about on the channel as well, as we're waiting here, I'll just give you kind of like a side note. A lot of people talk about AI automation and specific, I don't know, they're kind of like, not that impressive, the different scraping tools that they're selling and content repurposing and a lot of these like basic tools. Number one, I love selling sales funnels that generate revenue for clients, but then I look at how can we create custom tools for businesses, like can we create a software in a day for a business that will transform how they not only get clients, but also deliver their services. A lot of these things. Oops, look at the background there. Oh, I actually kind of like this. Would you look at that? I don't like the backgrounds though. But that's where you have this tool. So you can click edit and go remove the background. It's distracting, right? Okay, now we'll paste in the full prompt, Lovable prompt for portfolio UI design with Manrope. I do kind of feel like this one has a great agency vibe to it. Transform traffic into revenue machines. It's not bad in general, but it's not ready. Like it's not like, oh, let's launch this. Number one, the screenshot is using someone else's image, and that's not okay. So we're gonna delete the text here as well. But let's paste this in. Let's see if it did delete. Yep, it deleted on one side. So we're gonna delete this here in the background as well. Another tool, while we wait for this, another tool that I'll show you is a marketplace that I'm doing using Lovable. So this is looking pretty cool. People can click select all builders. So you can either ask, hey, I want a proposal from Sarah and Emma and Nina, or you can just say, I want a proposal from everybody, and then you click get proposal, and the client just signs in, and that'll be fun to launch as well. And then we have Creator Dash that I'm doing. Where's the... I have another tool, can't find it now, but another tool that is calculating revenue. Let's see, writing index. I think I have time to show you. Calculating, so let's go show more. Funnel score. So imagine when you work with clients, instead of telling them how great you are at design or writing copy, imagine you can just say, hey, here's your URL, funnelsuniversity.com, and you only have one funnel, so that's not ideal. Branding is good. The email list, you can ask the client what's your email list. You can go through together with them, and then you can analyze everything. They see that they have a 49% optimized score. So now they know they need to hire an expert to create their funnels and optimize them. Not just the sales pages, but also the automation, the email sequence, and everything on the back end. Writing hero. Okay, we'll give it a couple more seconds, and then we should have our portfolio. We didn't hit the 10-minute mark, so we went over a little bit, but that's also because I'm talking a lot and showing you like where I go to find inspiration. There's another site as well. I think we have time to show you this as well. So UI8.net. Now you don't have to buy these necessarily. I have bought a lot of them, but let's say you want to use one of these as inspo. I don't know if you can preview them individually. But when I download them, I have access in Figma to all of them. So I can connect Figma to Lovable, but I can also just screenshot and say like, hey, use this one as inspo, for example, right? We go in here, and then that's how you do it. Everything is about research. So if you want to research about pain points and problems, you can just ask ChatGPT, like, what are the pain points of this specific industry? If you want to design something beautiful, it's just like coaching your team. So when you coach your team on design and copy and funnel strategy, you have to show them examples. And with AI, when it's designing, you have to show examples of what you're trying to build. So example of, this is what I really like, this is what I don't like. And it takes some skills to understand what is good and bad, but if you have an eye for it, or if you can at least go to Dribble and you can look through and just filter through and say like, I don't like this because I don't see the point in having this fancy animation because it doesn't sell. Hello world. This sells better. Grow your brand and business digitally. That sells better than saying, hello, what's up world. Even though I think some of this stuff is super distracting. I think this is AI generated. No offense. Maybe it's not. This looks very AI generated. That's the thing with design. You can make something look amazing, or you can make it functional. Elevate your brand with creative design solutions. You could say, build a brand that people trust, right? You could be more specific, but in terms of design, you could copy paste this into Lovable as well. If I'm creating a SaaS, like an app, I can screenshot specific like UI dashboards. Let's see, call to action. Man, we doubled. We didn't finish it in 10 minutes. We took 20 minutes to build this. I also, instead of having it do that again, let me just like the background, delete the background with the screenshot in the hero section. Unique one yourself. Let's see if we can make a unique one yourself. That's more abstract gradient with objects included. subtle but on brand 8K quality image in the background. Writing footer. So now we're almost there. And then I'll let you go. I could just pause as well. I know I could pause. I could send this to an editor, but I just want to get this up to you as soon as possible, because my goal is just to create more valuable content instead of creating content where I'm just yapping and adding a ton of editing to it. So, edited 11 files. I've completely redesigned your funnel builder portfolio with a modern SaaS-inspired aesthetic featuring deep navy. All right, we got some animation in there, more navy blue, different font. This is starting to look pretty cool. Now, instead of saying delete the background because we don't have that there anymore, one thing I could do is, and this is helpful, like this is really helpful if you say, for example, add this image. So I'll say this one. Actually, I'll do this instead. So I'll add 3 of these because this is what I teach people as well. When you design something, oops, copy image. When you design something, turn into a presentable image. Add these in a 3-column section to showcase our work. Okay, and here's what I mean with prompting and building landing pages with AI is, if you're using a tool like Lovable to build your funnels and stuff, add specific graphics that are done. Like this picture was already made. Now it looks great having it here. Okay. If you have a portfolio of your work, add that picture in here. About me section, right? And now we can go to AI and we can say, write a bio about Gusten Son. Or you could also say, ask me a couple of questions to help me write a bio. And then we'll go copy that over, add it in here, right? And then that will be the about me section. So let's see, writing index. The thing is, it's not just designing it. Like that would be one thing if it's just designing it, but it's also coding it with the automations, with like subtle stuff like that. Look at this. And then we could even add a second page. So we're not even done yet. I could say when I click services, yes, go there. Results, go there. Testimonials, go there. If I say buy starter kit, I can say create a new page. So we have a second page that's a specific sales page to sell my starter kit. And then the call to action would be like direct all buttons to a separate URL. That opens a new tab, right? And then I paste in the Stripe link where people can go buy it. So let's see where it's added. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, look at these animations. View case study. I can say add case study page for all projects. Use dummy copy for now as filler copy. And so this will be the final part of this video. But this shows you how, the extent that you can take Lovable to, just in terms of websites and landing pages. I can create a menu, a hamburger menu. I can look at it mobile wise, and I can say change this and that. So this is already mobile optimized, a lot of it. This isn't like 100%. Look at that. So I can say add some spacing there. Very impressed. Very impressed. Yeah, not bad at all. Did that have my phone number? No, it didn't. I was like, imagine. Because my phone number is publicly available on my portfolio. Writing case study, and now it's doing the pages. So this will be the last thing we do, but I want to show you what it looks like to have multiple pages as well. Ready to form your marketing strategy call. instead of this, I could just say like delete all of this and just add my calendar. And that could be in high level, it could be in ClickFunnels, it could be in Calendly, or what's it called? iCal AI calendar thing. AI calendar. There's an AI calendar that's pretty good for booking calls. What's the AI calendar for booking appointments called? Motion, Reclaim, Calendly, Clockwork, Clara, Magical. No. Let's see. Case studies. I'm still writing the portfolio, the second page. What's an example? Now it's irritating that I don't remember. Anyways, you get the point. So adding an external calendar to a link. So one link can go to a checkout page somewhere else. The call to action to book a call can go to a specific page. And now, case study, loading case study. And it's already designed and built out the case study, but I can go in and I can still make changes and say like, hey, make it more like this one. If you find a portfolio that you like that has a great case study page, you can screenshot that in here and say, make the page more like this case study page instead. All right, so let's preview the final page. Pretty good if you ask me, just from an AI page builder, creating a portfolio, got examples and everything. I don't know if the case study page is working as well. View next case study. Amazing, right? So we could then go in and change the copy and everything for this. So very impressed with this. And I did find the calendar thing that I was looking for, cal.com. It's using AI in here as well to book appointments faster. It does more like personalized follow-up and stuff. And so Calendly, Cal, high-level ClickFunnels, like different calendars that you can then just embed the HTML code and say, hey, embed this into the page. Now that I think of that, we could also probably create an order form and embed that into Lovable as well. The problem is nobody's going to pay $5,000 for you to build a site in 15 minutes if it looks like everything else. So it's all about like finding those skills that make you stand out. Design in Figma, boom, drag it into Lovable, right? Or any other AI funnel builder. So that's it for this video. Hopefully that's valuable. Subscribe for more, comment what you want to see more of below, and check out the links to take your next step in becoming world-class. If you want to get certified, we have Funnels University where we certify people in all things AI, funnel building and all that, and how to get clients, your first paying clients as well. So see you in the next one.